Welcome back to Marriott.net on YouTube. Today we're talking about The Handmaid's Tale Season 2. Well, when I say we're talking about The Handmaid's Tale Season 2, you are, but I'm going to interject because I haven't actually seen any of it. I loved it last year, though.
First of all, okay, Phil, you're the one who's like, Ross, you really need to see The Handmaid's Tale. You really need to see The Handmaid's Tale. You really need to see The Handmaid's Tale. Phil voted it as his number one show of 2017. All I heard from multiple friends of mine who were like, oh, you know, The Handmaid's Tale, it's really good. For some reason in my mind, I thought it was just going to be this, like, Victorian piece of, like, you know, women, you know, being abused, and didn't quite really know what to expect, actually. But on a plane ride to the States, they had the whole season 1 on you know, that little airplane entertainment thing.
Oh my god, so you watched the whole season on that,
Yes.
on that journey? You must have needed psychological help after all that.
I couldn't finish the first season on the way there. Actually, it was to South by Southwest, so then on the way back, I finished the season. Oh my god, it was so good.
Yeah.
And immediately I was like, Phil, this show is great. You're like, I know. So desperately I've been waiting for season 2 to drop, and the first 2 episodes have dropped, and I was like, Phil, watch these. Phil hasn't watched them yet.
I've been busy. Yeah, I've been working. No, that's not an excuse because I desperately want to see it.
Phil.
I'm going to be locked into it tonight. Elisabeth Moss is just superb, but I think, you know, everything about it is great, and it's really powerful too. I mean, it gave me the creeps in so many ways.
I will tell you, the first episode, the very first scene is so goddamn chilling. I was just like, no. Like, they really, like, basically where we left off in season 1 was that you know, the handmaids decided not to stone their sister, and they sort of rebelled and dropped the stones, like they dropped the mic, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously Aunt Lydia was like, there will be consequences, and
she's terrifying.
Yeah, and then at the end you see Alfred, I have such a hard time saying her name, but it's Alfred, get hauled off in the paddy wagon going somewhere, and she's looking very pleased with herself. So the first episode of season 1, you find out where the hell she's being hauled off to. And it turns out all the handmaidens are hauled off, going to their consequence of Aunt Lydia. And it's just horrific.
It's just nightmarish, isn't it?
Like your complete worst nightmare. And I'm not going to say anything about it because obviously some people haven't seen it. But, you know, if you're expecting The Handmaid's Tale to start off with a bang for season 2, it definitely starts off with a bang.
That's a way to keep people locked in, isn't it? Does it ramp it up even more? Because I thought the first series was really disturbing. I mean, seriously disturbing. There was one scene where the 2 girls are having a relationship. She watches her girlfriend being killed in front of her from the back of the van.
Actually, that's what you'll like about episode 2.
Oh my God.
Because the whole episode is pretty much devoted to her story. What she was like before the war. She's a teacher, and she's very openly gay. Obviously, with this war and this new, you know, system of government that's made Gilead overthrown everything. Obviously, being homosexual is not allowed. And you actually see her and her girlfriend, who Clea Duvall makes a cameo as her girlfriend. You see what the colonies are in episode 2, and also another person making a guest appearance is Marissa Tomei. She plays another woman that's in the colonies. And very shocking what happens to her as well. So just the first 2 episodes, I was like, ooh, this is gonna be a very interesting ride this season.
See, this is what Black Mirror should have been in the last season, the last series of Black Mirror. If you missed the review, we've got it up there on the link. But it really disappointed me, and I think, you know, The Handmaid's Tale has that Black Mirror feel because obviously it's dystopian, nightmarish future, isn't it, or vision.
It's kind of funny because the women in the colonies making a joke. because they always remember back to when society was, advanced with internet technology, and they're like, oh, well, maybe you should leave me a good review on Yelp. Ha 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 ha. That stuff doesn't exist anymore. But it looks like so much it's set in the past, and it's so dystopian, and then they make comments like that. And I was trying to explain it to a guy at work. He was kind of curious about The Handmaid's Tale, and I was trying to explain it, and I'm just like, well, imagine 20 more years of Trump and Putin. Like, this is what really could happen.
Yeah.
So I feel like The Handmaid's Tale is a warning sign, really. Like, shots fired, wake up, people. Like, this could really happen.
I would agree with you, because I think it's in certain elements, I think it's already happening anyway. On a lesser scale, perhaps, but...
Well, even just yesterday, I found this completely funny, but there's this comedian named Michelle Wolf who just did the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and every year they invite a comedian who just roasts the whole U.S. political organization. And Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Trump's press secretary, is sitting 2 seats down on the panel. And she roasts the hell out of her, saying, oh, I'm a little bit starstruck tonight because Sarah Huckabee Sanders is here, and she just, you are so great as Aunt Lydia in The Handmaid's Tale. And the whole audience just bust out laughing. And they actually panned to Sarah Huckabee Sanders, and she was like... So this is the cultural impact that The Handmaid's Tale is having at the moment. So... yes, so Phil, please watch the first 2 episodes.
Yes, I will do.
Let me know what you
very
think
much
of them.
looking forward to it. But I know that it's going to disturb the hell out of me, and I quite like being spooked by stuff. But for this to feel so real is quite a thing.
Yeah, and I think we should probably make some more videos about The Handmaid's Tale.
We're going to definitely follow this up, I think.
It's one of those shows that I think we need to check in with every
Is it better than the first season already? Do you feel like it's been ramped up a bit?
It's just getting started, so to me it very much feels like a continuation.
So it feels very similar, the styling and everything is the same.
But there's so many layers, and there's so many things online that you can read about the original novel and everything that are left unexplored. So
don't you think it feels really unique too? Because you remember I was saying in the last video that we did how the close-ups of Elisabeth Moss's face and everything is blurred. It's almost like this. It feels really kind of different. The styling of it feels very different.
One thing I do love is that when they do really important scenes that are very dark and disturbing, and they put sort of modern day pop music over some of it as well, which makes it even more disturbing.
Yeah, it's that contrast, isn't it? Juxtaposition.
But Elisabeth Moss, fantastic. I mean, I'm just loving her with every episode. She really
is one of my favourite actors.
Yeah, I'm really disturbed by the first 2 episodes, so...
I bumped into her like a total fanboy at the BFI.
Oh, really?
She was there for... we went to see a screening of Top of the Lake season 2.
Okay.
And she was coming out of the door at the top of the stairs of the screening, and I was waiting there. I wasn't waiting there for her, but I just saw she came out, and Jeremy, my partner, said, oh, that's Elisabeth Moss there. And she came and walked through, and I just grabbed her and said, you were terrific in that. I'm a real big fan. Kind of embarrassing. But she was really sweet and really affable.
What am I going to have to do if you ever see Jamie Lee Curtis?
Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you have enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time.